Hi there, thank you for joining today. I'm James Penny, an account manager at Switchshop Limited, HPE Aruba's UK and Ireland Partner of the Year. And in this session, we will be discussing how HPE Aruba Networking and Switchshop can deliver secure, scalable data center solutions that ensure high performance with simplified management to reduce pressure on IT teams. When designing a data center network, there are key principles that need to be considered in terms of design architecture. Switchshop would advise the following principles, all made possible by Aruba Networking's products. Using a spine and leaf architecture at the data center is key for low latency, redundancy, and a scalable data center network. The spine and leaf architecture is a two-tier mesh topology designed for east to west traffic, with a spine switch acting as the access layer and leaf switches connecting from the servers directly back to the spine. This is a fully layer 3 routed architecture with transit networks configured between nodes to fully remove the requirement for layer 2 protocols such as spanning tree. By using Ethernet VPN Virtual Extensible LAN or EVPN VXLAN as the framework to deploy a spine and leaf architecture, layer 2 connectivity is extended over the layer 3 network, with VXLANs also providing network segmentation without the scaling constraints of traditional VLANs. This allows for full layer 2 replication over the layer 3 network and high availability of live services. And by encapsulating layer 2 traffic over this layer 3 network, it's kept freer for routing protocols. The spine and leaf architecture minimizes latency and bottlenecks, as traffic only needs to make 2 hops from one leaf switch to another via the spine switch. This reduces the number of hops between switches in a traditional 3-tier architecture. Spine and leaf also allows for redundancy, as each leaf is connected to each spine, preventing downtime should a member fail, and is easily scalable as more spines can be added to the network as the number of leaf switches grow, in order to avoid oversubscription to spine switches. At the data center, high availability of switches at all time is crucial, and Aruba Networks' virtual switching extension, or VSX, allows for this. Using VSX allows for dual chassis redundancy, with the switches virtually operating as one at layer 2, allowing for the use of active gateway, eliminating a single point of failure. The switches, however, still operate independently at layer 3, each building their own forwarding tables. When one switch is undergoing firmware upgrade, or should it fail, the other switch within the stack remains highly available to prevent interruption to the network. Linking servers to both leafs in a VSX stack results in a highly available and redundant network that minimizes the risk of service disruption. When looking at a suitable solution for data center networking, Aruba CX data center switches meet all the requirements for data center deployment, which requires high performance, simplified scalability and management, and security at the heart of the design. A potential design using the spine and leaf architecture previously discussed would utilize CX8325 switches as spines and CX10000 switches as leaf switches, with between 24 and 48 ports of SFP28, offering up to 25 gigs of connectivity per port, and 6 to 8 ports of QSFP28, providing up to 100 gig for connections between spines and leafs. Each leaf switch has its own layer 3 forwarding table as previously mentioned, so the inter-leaf switch VSX link is not heavily utilized, but sufficient bandwidth should still be considered dependent on the network. Due to a minimal software overhead on Aruba's data center switches, these ports operate at wire speed, ensuring low latency within the data center. With 100 gig links from leaf to spine switches, scalability is simple, as up to 10 servers can be connected at 10 gig back to the leaf without oversubscription. As more hosts are added to the data center, more leaf switches can be added to avoid this oversubscription, and when necessary, additional spine switches can be added as seen on the topology on the right. Using the spine leaf architecture allows for easy scalability this way, and deployment is simplified using Aruba Fabric Composer, which we'll come on to shortly. One of the major benefits of using the CX switch range at the data center is that the CX10000 switches offer layer 2 and 3 CX data center switching capabilities, alongside an industry-first hardware-accelerated programmable processor to deliver inline stateful security services while maintaining wire speed performance. The CX10K's integrated Pensando DPU allows for 800 gig of stateful firewall for east to west traffic and to run security functions across the network using a distributed services model. Running functions closer to workloads instead of on dedicated appliances attached to the data center provides IT teams the opportunity to reduce spending on point products. Using this distributed services model, least privilege micro-segmentation can also be deployed with Aruba Fabric Composer to limit east to west access. The use of micro-segmentation at the data center allows for simplified policy management, improved compliance, and in the worst case, can help contain breaches by limiting lateral movement of bad actors across the data center network. In terms of deployment and management, Aruba Networking has multiple intuitive network management tools that offer flexibility in terms of deployment and management. These provide network insights and security and automation and integration with third-party products. Aruba Central, Aruba NetEdit, and Aruba Fabric Composer all have a large toolkit shared between them and offer interoperability thanks to integration packs. But for the purposes of this data center deployment, I'll be focusing on Aruba Fabric Composer. Aruba Fabric Composer is an on-prem infrastructure and application-aware orchestration solution that simplifies data center provisioning and security management. Designed to work with AOS CX switches and optimized for data center products, Aruba Fabric Composer's open source platform has a wide range of Aruba-developed integration packs that allow for third-party system integration to allow for workflow automation. By treating a discrete set of switches as a single networking fabric, Aruba Fabric Composer is able to automate configuration complexity, such as EVPN, allowing for simplified or automated provisioning and easy scalability at the data center. End-to-end visibility of the network, including virtual machines and hosts, is possible within AFC, including the visualization of the spine, leaf, and subleaf switches where legacy infrastructure has been retained and integrated into the data center. Where Aruba CX switches are used, Aruba Fabric Composer integrates AOS CX's network analytics engine, collecting scripts to provide additional information on CX data center switches. This monitoring telemetry gives IT teams access to real-time network insights and event history, advising or automating configuration changes that result in vast reduction to mean time to repair for IT teams. Taking advantage of integration packs, Aruba Fabric Composer is not just a data center network management tool, but also enables security management for the CX10000's distributed services with Pensando Policy and Services Manager. With security and wider data center network management available in Aruba Fabric Composer, it truly offers a single pane of glass data center network management platform for efficiency and ease of use by IT teams. When deploying critical infrastructure such as the data center network, you need to work with a partner you can trust. Switchshop are HPE Aruba Networking Platinum partners, meaning that all of our sales and technical teams have undergone extensive training for Aruba networking products and giving us access to the best pricing support to help meet your budgets. Switchshop are also Aruba authorized support partners, allowing us to offer partner branded services and provide first, second, and third line support on behalf of and together with HPE Aruba Networks. Switchshop have also won Aruba's UK and Ireland Partner of the Year award multiple times, a further testament to our technical expertise. We have some of the highest Aruba accredited engineers in the world, with skill sets ranging across data center deployment, network design, edge, wireless, and everything in between. Switchshop also offers an in-house help desk service to provide support when customers require assistance with their network. By working with a team that's already familiar with their network environment at a design and deployment level, Switchshop is able to deliver reassurance by providing relevant assistance to the end user quickly. We also offer a proactive monitoring service where Switchshop monitors supported devices and Switchshop and the end user both receive alerts at the first sign of network issues. This often means that our help desk team are able to start working on and resolve network issues before IT teams have been impacted by them, providing continuity and reassurance to the end user. Thank you for listening. This concludes the session where we've covered how Switchshop can help deploy high performance and scalable HPE Aruba network data center solutions that offer security, redundancy, and simplified management where it is most crucial. I hope this has provided some insight on why Aruba Networks is the correct solution for your data center networks and the technical reassurance you can expect from working with Switchshop as a partner. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at jamespenny@switchshop.co.uk, and thank you again for your time today.